This I vow to you. I will love you forever. In this life and the next. I promise you.
Training room! A sword!
I'll circle around. Meet you at the front.
He doesn't leave the room! Kill the king!
He's a black tongue, Jason.
Stay here, Idis.
Leave me! You men, go with the king! Done here. Jason. It's over. Did I not do everything you asked of me? Why then? Here, of all places, on your sacred island, I do not accept it. If this is your will, I do not accept it.
Jason, your uncle was looking for you. He wanted to know when you planned to give last rites to Alcime.
If I send her spirit to the underworld, I'll never get her back.
Get her back? How?
I don't know how. I don't have the answers yet, but there must be a way.
I wish I had the answers to give you. But perhaps I know someone who could. Someone whose business is answers. The Oracle at Delphi.
Delphi?
If anyone would know, it would be her.
Yes, the Oracle. Master Argos finishes a great ship as we speak. It will serve.
Delphi is not easily found, it said. Does he know the way?
I don't know, but I aim to find out. Come, we'll ask him ourselves.
Oh, remember, your uncle is ahead in the courtyard. He wanted to speak with you.
No.
I told him I'd let you know.
Jason would have to do.
There you are, Jason. It's good to see you out of that mausoleum. It isn't healthy to linger over the dead, nephew. Iolcus needs its king. Captain Idas has finished his investigation. Petitions await, and we must set a date to give last rites to Alcime.
There will be no date for that.
What? Jason, I am your uncle, and I care for you. The will of the gods may be a mystery to us all, but to deny Alcime her last rites is unnatural.
Until I'm certain there's no way to bring her back, I will not do it.
Bring her back? Alcime is dead. You seek the impossible.
Impossible? Orpheus convinced Hades himself to allow his wife to return to the living.
Orpheus made a deal with Hades, but he broke it. Eurydice never saw the light of day.
But she could have. Orpheus failed, but that does not mean Jason would if given the same chance.
I'm going to Delphi, Uncle. I'll find my answers there.
This is the despair of grief. You're not thinking clearly. Alcime would not approve.
Do not presume to say what she would think, Uncle. Alcime lies in the mausoleum behind me. I speak for her now, and I say she was a daughter of Ares. And if there is any way to bring her back, she would demand I find it.
I understand your ardor, Jason, but have you thought this through? Delphi is not found on any map. Find 100 charts, and each will point a different way.
I would trust Argos' charts above any other. Hercules and I will go ask him ourselves.
Very well. I know better than to argue with you when your mind is set. I will consult our records about the location of Delphi in case Master Argos doesn't know the way.
Thank you, Uncle.
Delphi, I pray you find the answers you seek, nephew. I will go to the royal court and maintain some semblance of order there.
It's unheard of. Attacking Iolcus.
Those Ionians must be
Zeus protect you.
And you, Photios.
I have a message from Master Argos, sir. He says your ship is nearly finished. He awaits your inspection aboard.
Thank you.
It's Thano, sir. My closest friend. What's more, it isn't an easy message to bear, sir.
Thano fell beneath my roof.
Attacking Iolcus.
I'll deliver.
I don't end what he told me as he lay. He hopes you see.
It is.
I think they were sending a message to all of Greece. We must prepare for war.
Iona, nothing.
Hail, King Jason. Lieutenant of Ares. How goes the training?
Lieutenants Myron and Platon are putting the new recruits through their pay.
Very good.
I think they were sending a message to all of Greece. We must prepare for war.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
So I thought. Until
How can you be so cold? It's terrible enough what happened. Terra forbid I speak. Blame him if he didn't. He loved her so.
like I said, they're mad.
That would be a
Why
reason
come
for
here?
war.
Seems such a remote place to attack.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
So I thought.
King Jason,
I thank...
do you think Mycenae will seek revenge for the loss of their princess?
Mycenae and Iolcus have long been allies.
I'm curious, King Jason.
He was occupied as king...
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
What do you think it means?
Just a band of marauders. Ionian raiders trying to...
Sir, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's just...
The threat is over.
Hail, sire.
Guard Pathras.
Grief, my king. My young...
Timaeus was your...
His ambition... Captain, How can I face my father with such news?
Timaeus died.
You'd do that for me?
Yes.
Such...
An odd coincidence they chose the wedding day to attack.
I've already sent word to have 2 prized bulls offered up to Zeus.
Just 2? My people sacrificed 3. My condolences.
Indeed.
Sir,
Captain...
the blood... It must...
Gentlemen.
Perhaps I should do the same as a show of humility. Servant.
This is where I first met Alcime.
When you were children?
Yes. Her father, King Lycomedes, left her in the care of my father while he was at war. 10 years she lived here.
Alcime, come back! She is willful, Kingsley. You must watch her carefully.
She'll be safe here, Lycomedes.
Indeed. No one knows. Not even my advisors. Alcime!
Are you spying? Here, father!
I see you've met young Jason.
King Lycomedes, sir.
Jason, word of advice. I know my daughter. You're going to have to keep your wits about you.
Come.
King Jason.
Elpis.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm recovered.
What do you mean?
My parents don't know what happened to me. They're old and... Could you tell them I'm well? That I've just been too busy to see them?
Of course.
I knew you...
Rest.
What a view! You can see for miles here.
He didn't deserve this.
The sacrifices of those who died in defense of this land will never be forgotten. Be proud of your men and women, your sons and daughters.
They honored their vows.
So I thought.
You'd have King Lycomedes ask Jason for his daughter back?
Devoted men, all of them.
Hail, King Jason.
Captain,
Better, my king. My pride was...
you fought bravely, my friend.
I've got 3 things for your attention, Jason. First, we have the results from our investigation of the attack. Second, I've just received a report of a disturbance. And lastly, there's a private matter.
Let's hear the...
I'm afraid it's both disturbing and disappointing.
What's the
The assassin bore all the markings of a black... His dress, his weapons, his... Jason, I went to that balcony. There's not a book...
Disturbing indeed.
We still don't know why he came. The Ionians... But why Alcime was targeted. What anyone could have...
What is this private matter?
Yes, well... I'm not the man I once was. I can't ask men to fight for me.
More than any man in Iolcus. You've earned the right to choose when your time...
I've got 3 men in mind who could do the job. The sooner you make your choice, the sooner I can start training them to take my place.
Let's see the men who would attempt to replace...
Lieutenants Ivarius, Myron, and Platon, step forward. These 3 are equal in rank and seniority. I believe all 3 could do the job.
What is your counsel, Uncle?
From what I know, each of these men is capable. My counsel is to pick one whom the men respect, and also fear. Platon fits that description.
Lieutenant Ivarius, speak your case.
I am Ivarius, son of a farmer from the plains. I've known no other. If chosen, I will strive to lead as he does. Honor and sacrifice will be the hallmark of your guard.
What do you think of your fellow lieutenants?
Both are dedicated in their own way. I'll speak no ill of them.
Tell me, Ivarius.
I would do as Idus did. Spread the guard throughout to spot any attack as soon as possible.
Lieutenant...
My name is Myron. I come from a family of shepherds. Far too many died in the attack.
Let's hear how...
Pull back the guard to the palace's living quarters, where the most people are. Important officials, yourself, Master Pallius, should have bodyguards at all times.
What do you think of your
Dedicated, but reckless. In times such as these, we must be cautious.
Lieutenant...
Platon, King Jason, it's time to make a clean start.
Discipline without strategy only goes so far.
To start, I'd have the guards off their asses and out scouring the island for the next threat. Those that must be here should be stationed in the royal court, the natural defensive point.
What do you think of your
They mean well, I suppose, but they don't have the balls to do what must be done. No offense.
I've made my
Who will it be then?
Lieutenant Myron, I name you Captain of the Guard. Make the safety of our people your first priority. May you always be first in battle and last to stand in our defense.
Thank you. Under my watch, we'll be prepared for any threat.
I thank you, Jason. I'm sure my wife, Cipriana, will thank you too.
After a few months with you around all day,
I'd like to go tell her the news.
Of course. Let's finish our business. Let's hear the...
I'm afraid it's both disturbing and...
Let's hear...
We still don't know why the assassin came, but why Alcime was targeted. What anyone...
And
the assassin bore all the markings of a... Jason, I went to that balcony. There's not a bowman...
What is this...
Apparently, Zeno of Thessaloniki has arrived on Iolcus.
Yes.
As you can imagine, Zeno is... Those cheese-eaters have been jealous of Zeus.
I remember this Zeno.
Aye. He's got a couple of men with him.
To be...
Your palace would be at home among the great houses of Athens or Mycenae.
Hail, sir.
I'll see...
Welcome, King Jason. What can Pandora, a humble fortune teller...
What type of fortune?
I ask a person questions about... Then I interpret their responses.
Let's see what...
A man's most difficult choices involve the relationships he has with... Which of these relationships shall we explore first?
Let's...
Two suitors vie for your daughter. One is a prince who will lift your entire family in stature and... The other is a lowly farmer who's... If she marries the prince, there will be peace for 100 years. But if she marries the farmer, she will live long and happily. But to whom do you give your blessing?
I would give my blessing to whomever my daughter chooses as her husband. I would trust in her judgment and support her happiness.
In this matter, your answer aligns with the constellation. Of what shall we speak of next?
Duty to king and...
You are a scout in a king's army. A neighboring kingdom threatens your border. A frat on patrol from where he was on your side. What do you do?
I would honor the treaty and my duty. I would finish...
Your answer is guided. Of what shall we...
Let's...
You are a shepherd. You suspect a neighbor. This shepherd's pastures lie. The wolves have been emerging from... The wolves have spared your sheep while they grow fat on his. What do you do?
I would first confirm the truth if the shepherd had trespassed. If so, I would then ask...
I feel the sway of the Now, you are a poor guard, as is your closest. You learn, you discover... A large reward and a likely promotion await you if you arrest him. What do you do?
I would allow my friend to spend only what was needed to acquire the medicine. Then, I would anonymously return the rest.
Here I sense the...
So, Pandora.
For you, duty is not a matter of choice or condition. It is an absolute and has no room for interpretation. You understand that in all arguments, there are at least two sides. Friends should help each other. If your friend should stray from virtue, you believe you would honor your family. And yet, your dominant constellation is Pygmalion, the sculptor. Wherever your path leads, you will walk nobly, and you will learn from your journey. Your choices have shed much light. I hope you have...
I did. Thank you. Does Apollo grant you the gift of foresight?
I'm certainly not an oracle or...
What of Apollo's virtue?
Nobility of purpose. There is a reason good men... He favors those whose purpose is...
And besides prophecy...
Oh, Apollo rules over much more... Civilizations, news...
I must...
Up...
Again, Jason. Watch your form. Should I have Alcime show you?
Alcime? I'll do it.
He forgets I'm a daughter of Ares, Captain Idas.
I think he's distracted.
Perhaps he'll tell us.
All this talking, that's what.
Here, Diaphanes, renowned architect, was shown by Apollo the temple and palace he would. As he gazed up at the cliffs, he was blinded by a beam of light. And thus the palace of the kings of... Here lies the entrance to the cave of Amalthea. Fearing the jealousy of Cronus, in this hot safe, glory... Here was born Amphinome. Though a farmer's daughter, such was her grace that...
Curse on Yotus! You let a handful of mercenaries bring shame upon you! Your guests lie murdered! My brother is dead! Where is your king? Where is your cherished warden? Someone will pay for what has happened! Look who finally decides to grace us with his presence! King Jason himself!
You lose your voice shouting like that, Zed.
My righteous anger will not be silent! Thessaloniki will be...
I'm sorry for Menander's loss.
Not good enough! There must be... Your lands here are rich. Your herds are fat. Things are much different on the rocky soil of Thessaloniki. But you Yulkans!
Save your insults, Thessalonian. Why don't you...
I will bring my brother's body home. And then, each year, on the anniversary of Menander's death, you will send 10 girls on the cusp of womanhood to me. Never! This is what I demand in tribute to the memory of my murdered brother.
I will see your ship loaded with grain and sheep. I know the people are hungry in Thessaloniki, but no Yolkan girls will ever be paid in tribute to you or anyone else.
That's tell him, King Jason. I am not here to negotiate. If you refuse my demand, then my men and I will take our own revenge.
You disgrace your brother's memory with this display.
The lure of tribute brought him here. He doesn't care about his brother's memory.
Do I not? You will see how much is on...
Name your...
My men and I... your...
No!
And your...
I hold here my brother's mace. This... Boo!
No. You will swear here and now, before these... should any try to do so. They...
Very well.
Tell us.
Jason of Yulkus dies to death! Finish it, you Yulkan dog!
Take your brother home, Zeno.
I won't forget this, Jason.
Leave the mace.
What?
Your stake. Do you forget?
Bah! A curse on Yulkus!
It is a fine mace.
Who knows?
One...
Be careful, King Jason. He had a witch with him earlier. She is...
You don't know that, Thad.
You should have seen her. Markings all over her body.
More like demands, really. Did any of us?
And what's strange? Foreign like...
And she's got these markings.
Dark hair.
Why, you dirty old...
Yanula, please. I'm just trying to give the king a good description.
Did she...
We asked that. She said, wolves all...
Mostly. She was just pressing. She's keen on it, I tell you. Where is she?
That we did. That Xeno man was yelling up a storm.
It was real strange. Then, all of a sudden, she pricks up, and she was off like a bolt.
I heard her say under her breath...
Thank you. Here landed King Trion's spear, drunk for the honor of his great Athena.
I was raised in a village like this a long time ago.
Here lies the crypt of King.
Live on your many babawiai!
great Medea. How...
Forgive me. I lost myself again.
Are you all...
I am weak.
That Black Tongue called you Medea.
It is.
It's time for answers.
Then ask your questions, Jason. Ridding your kingdom of...
How did you know he was...
When I heard of the attack here, I came as quickly as I could.
How would you...
You see the markings I still bear. In another life, I was one of them. Until
Your sorcery nearly killed all of us.
There was a time no follower. Now when I call upon the...
Medea, do you know why the Black Tongues target...
I don't know why, but I know this is not their first attempt. They tried...
What?
When your wife was born, King Lycomedes traveled to Delphi. Whatever he was told, it got the Black Tongue's attention. Assassin Lycomedes thwarted the attempt on your wife, and the assassin Lysander failed to eliminate the Oracle Pelage. It said he fell in love with her, and together they fled, never to be seen again.
So that's why Lycomedes waged his war.
Yes. His name was cursed by every Black Tongue in Greece.
Medea, I seek to restore my wife. The Black Tongues are at the heart of what's happened here. Your knowledge of them would be helpful. And in return, I offer you allies in your fight.
If you try to bring her back, the Black Tongues will flock to you like moths. There'd be no need to
Go to my ship. Tell Argos to give you a room.
Jason.
Your friend is right, Jason. I am not safe to be around.
You underestimate me.
No. It is you who... You don't want to see my bad... There would have to be...
Then we'll take...
Very well. I will prepare the war.
Far too much sorcery being kept. Why did you ask her along, Jason?
There are forces at work we know little about. Prophecies, Lycomedes. Knowledge I can hold on to as an advantage. Besides, use... This is the war armor of the kings of Yolk. I have never had occasion to don this armor. But Yolkis needs me now. The journey ahead...
When the way ahead looks dawn, Yolkis is more... We do not step...
Now, to see about our ship...
That is a boat.
Greetings, King Jason. May Athena's 5 virtues be with you always.
Row us out.
Of course.
Jason, how...
Perhaps it still will be.
Aye.
Good.
Delphi? What?
I have questions that need answers.
Argo. I've sailed most every patch of sea in Greece. Part of me thinks it's just...
There are tales of heroes.
Aye. And... Now what about this merely...
It's all right.
It's your ship.
Very well, Argo.
It's, irregular.
This ship's...
Certainly.
Now, you've already seen her size. She's also the I've made a few modifications, but we've kept a shallow draft. I told you before. Here, Jason. Hey.
Ropes. Pulleys.
Of course you haven't. One man. Me. To take the place of 200 hunchbacked oarsmen.
How does it...
It's taken me half a century to answer that question. More time than we have. The ore deck is the heart of this ship, and this room is the head. As long as we have a clear view of the stars, we'll never be lost. I can assign destinations to the various constellations, and this ship will remember how to sail there. And once we've set a destination, the ship will maintain our course without a steersman.
Amazing.
You'll find no cramped bunks. Spacious here. There's a chamber to store all your equipment at the prow end. Well, come, I'll show you. Never had a shrine like this on a ship before. But, as you requested, here...
What you've done is wondrous, Argos. I've never seen a finer ship.
I wouldn't. Everything I've ever... There's...
Name it.
Let me sail her for you. I know this ship better than anyone.
Need you have asked, Argos?
Thank you.
One more thing, so let it bear your name. I hereby name... You...
Thank you. Now, I'll leave you to have a look around yourself.
Finished the runes of warding.
So I see.
They are attuned to you, Jason, as long as they... However, I can still prove
How did you come to be a...
My father was King Aedes of Colchis. One day, when I was 12, my suit on our wedding night, I murdered him when he came to my bed. Then I ran. For years, I lived alone, but the Black Tongues found me, and at the time...
Power can be...
I had thought I was gay. It comes and goes in waves.
Of course. I'd like to know more about...
Such as?
Tell me about how...
The Black Tongues are ruled by the secretive Council of Ravens. The exact number of... They decide the actions of the group and communicate those orders. The lower ranks remain ever ready should a mission be given to them. The Black Tongues seek their recruits from afar. Their agents live in secrecy, and they...
What motivates the Black Tongue?
They worship the Titaness Hecate, the dark witch goddess of sorcery. They refuse to acknowledge the supremacy of the Olympian gods through rituals of pain and sacrifice. They believe that one day Hecate will gain supremacy. Until then, they obey orders fanatically, believing that they will find...
How did the Black...
Long ago, the Black Tongues carved a path. They have spent ages cultivating the arts of poison. Their numbers are small, and even like Omedes, they simply receded into the shadows until the danger passed.
The Black Tongues wield strange sorcery.
Hecate's dark powers are from... The Black Tongues use... Advanced assassins can eat... However, this requires a sacrifice of...
I hope you're comfortable here.
I will.
So, you...
It's all right, Argos.
Right.
Keep the ship ready.
She's girded and fit to sail.
Keep the ship ready. We'll go see if Pelias has learned how to get to Delphi.
That boat will turn heads in every port from here to Athens.
Forgive my lack.
Are you Agathe? I have a message for you. Your husband's dying word. His final message was that he always loved you. But Agathe...
It is no...
His dying wish was...
I've known for some time. Thank you for...
If...
My son and I have each other. Nothing...
Welcome.
Do I speak with Manason?
Aye.
It is only Pathrus now.
Dead?
He lost it. Your son had recently been chosen.
Did the guard deliver his spear?
Aye. Though he no longer lives.
In Timaeus' name?
You do...